What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Ooh, that was a good clap. That one hurt. Today, we have a grip from Mirzon. It's for the P320, and again, it's made by Mirzon Grips. Now, recently, I reviewed the grip for the 365, and that's an excellent grip, especially for the price if you want to go check that video out. But today is all about the P320. The first thing I want to talk about on this grip is going to be the rubber overmold texture on it. I think the rubber looks decent. I think it feels extremely good, but I had some concerns on durability. Not that there's any documented problems or issues with this grip that I could find, but anytime I see rubber overmold, I wonder how long it's going to last. So I had this grip a lot longer and shot it a lot more than I typically would for just a grip module review. I just wanted to make sure that it could last a while in some heat and some cold and different conditions. And I'm gonna say so far so good. I have not had any problems or issues. Nothing's peeling, breaking. We'll see how it holds up long term, but so far so good. The one thing I don't love on the grip is gonna be the slick polymer above the rubber overmold texture, like the P320 factory grip here for the M18 has stippling all the way up, and I kind of prefer that, but not the end of the world. As far as compatibility, up here on the screen is the grips that's going to be compatible with. The only thing you're not going to be able to use these with is the subcompact and the X compact. Anything else, it should work okay. As far as the magwell, it has more of a conceal carry type magwell, nothing very large on the outside of the gun. However, you can purchase an external magwell if you want something more built for competitions. The inside of the magwell does have a nice little flare on it, help you get those magazines inserted. And the back has that lanyard loop because everybody wants and needs a lanyard loop. That's what we all want. The shape of the grip is excellent. It has a nice little palm swell, does have some finger grooves that fit my hand extremely well. I think the texture again on the M18 grip is better, but I don't like the shape as much. I prefer the shape of the Mirzon grip. The beaver tail, I actually want to call this out. I usually don't mention this, but it is significantly larger than the Sig factory beaver tail, plus it hangs down a little bit. So if you have huge mittens and you're the type of person who gets slide bite often from a P320, this is definitely a grip to consider because it has one of the bigger magwells and it leans down, and it's going to be very, very difficult for you to get slide bite from this grip. All right, before we continue on the rest of the grip, let me quickly thank Notches. Oh, they're getting cut off. That's better. Let me quickly thank Notches. They're the biggest supporter of the channel. They have hunting, fishing, camping, reloads, optics, pew-pews, knives, all that good stuff. Thank you to them. If you're looking for any of that stuff, Notches is a great place to start. They're always having great deals. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, I'm very happy to say the mag release does come installed. I hate it when companies don't give you the mag release. It's the same mag release as the P320. I found it very easy to reach, drop those magazines freely, all good there. Speaking of magazines, this grip is going to work with the 17 round grip, 17 round magazine and the 21 round magazine, or if you're like me and don't live in a free-ish state, the full-size 10 round magazines will work here as well. What's not going to work is the 15 round 9mm magazines. Won't work unless you buy this base pad from Mirzon. So if you have the 15 rounders and you want those to work, you need to get this extra base pad from Mirzon. If you still shoot 40 soft and weak for some reason, those 14 round 40 soft and weak mags will work in here, no problem. The trigger guard is good size. I shot this quite a bit with gloved hands because it's been very cold here, and that was not an issue. You have some serrations underneath the trigger guard to help lock your hand in place, and you have some serrations on both sides of the frame. I think the serrations kind of look good with the lines of the M18. I just wish the serrations on the frame were a little further back. My trigger finger doesn't quite reach those serrations, so a little more of them or a little further back would be a little better for my hands. The rail on here is a standard 1913 rail. It has 4 cutouts. I put an Enforce light on here, Streamlight, Surefire. Any standard light like that is going to work, no problem. As far as the price on this grip, you're looking at between $120 and $170 depending on the color you get. The one thing you're going to notice on the Mirzon website, they have a ton of different colors, custom colors, Cerakote. If you're looking for a custom designed grip for your P320, this is a very good place to start. Holster compatibility is going to be very good. The few I tried and everything I read online, it's going to work in pretty much any holster made for a P320. The X5 accessories, as far as the X5 magwell and the X5 grip weight, all of that, The grip is designed to accept all of that, which is fantastic. They do have a version with and without safety. It looks like you may need to trim out the safety area a little bit, but it is available with and without. All right, the last thing I want to talk to you guys about before we talk about the pros and cons is the testing I've done. I took this to the range 8 different times over the past few months. I think I got this in around the end of November, and it's now the end of February. And again, I shot it a bit more than I normally would for a grip module review because I really wanted to make sure that the rubber overmold on the grip could handle some basic temperature changes and some shooting and a little bit of recoil. And like I said in the beginning of the video, so far so good. No peeling, no cracks, no problems. As far as the type of shooting I did was just regular plinking at the range, having fun, nothing special. Whatever drill I was working on that day, that's what I brought the grip out and shot. I'm gonna continue to shoot this going forward to make sure that the rubber overmold can hold on long term, but so far, so good. No problems, no issues, no malfunctions, anything like that. Now, comparing this grip to some of the more common grips on the market, for example, the Wilson Combat. I prefer the Mirzon over the Wilson Combat. I also prefer the Mirzon over the Brower grip. The old school P320, I prefer the Mirzon. Now, where that changes, if you look at the M18 grip or the X Compact grip, I prefer those Sig grips over the Mirzon. If you look at the newer Magpul P320 grip, which I've also done a dedicated review on, I prefer the Magpul 320 grip over the Mirzon grips. We're not going to compare it to any of the metal grips because those are all 3 or 4 times the cost. I think overall it's a good grip. There's nothing wrong with it. The reasons that I like the Magpul and the M18 grip more is more personal preference, textures, looks, stuff like that. So there's nothing wrong with the Mirzon grip. I wouldn't talk anybody out of it. Just for personal reasons, it's not my favorite, even though it is a little expensive, but it's a good quality grip. All right, thank you to Mirzon for sending both the P320 and the 365. I greatly appreciate their support. Of course, we want to thank Notch as the biggest supporter of the Tiberious Gibb channel. More important than both of them, I want to thank you boys and girls for watching. If you think I deserve it, please like, please subscribe. If you're feeling funky, drop a comment. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Stay blessed and be good. Peace.